Hey guys, I'm back with another video. What is up, guys? Today's video is gonna be juicy. Woo! It's gonna give you a lot of deets. It's gonna be very intriguing. It's gonna be intriguing and you're gonna want to stay and listen to the whole video. It's kind of different. It's a story time video. So I hope you guys are here to enjoy it. Also, I am so annoyed that my background, like my backdrop area is like a mess, okay? So like here's my room, right? I have like my bed isn't made because like my dog. Yeah, so I had to change out my bed sheets and stuff. And my room just isn't looking to its fullest. It's not like thriving, you know? And then I have this mess over here. I need to clean that. And then I have like my dresser, my TV, and like all this other stuff that I just need to like organize better. I always organize it and then it gets like messed up somehow. Anyways, but like when you walk into my room, there's like, okay, so we're walking into my room, right? There's this just empty wall right here, right? There's like this empty space. And I want to figure out how to use that for recording. So that way when I'm like making a video, it's just like kind of like a nice backdrop. And maybe I would put like some of my paintings back here. And like it would just be a nice little backdrop. But I need like a freaking tripod. I need like a tripod to put on right here. And then I could just make videos right here. But I'm going to definitely invest in that. Or like think about it. I don't know, freaking find something. I don't know, okay? I don't freaking know. But for now, we're just going to deal with this ugly setup. Okay. So today's video, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about the time my house almost got broken into, okay? It kind of almost got broken into, but like not drastically. It was like, it's still something that could have happened. Like me and my parents were definitely concerned about the issue. So this happened like a few years back. And I don't know how old I was. I'm 15 right now. So I was maybe like 12 or 11. It was like around those ages. I recently got a 3DS and I was so pumped to play with it, right? I remember I was like begging for this Pokemon game and then my mom came home and like got it for me and she was like, surprise, here you go. So I was just playing that all day. I was like having the time of my life, right? And I remember we were sitting in the living room. So here's our living room and then like there's a TV. We were all just like, my dad was reading the newspaper. I was playing my DS because I was freaking obsessed at the moment. And my mom was watching like some budgeting stuff or whatever for the house, right? And we were just kind of chilling, right? And my dad, like, he was reading the newspaper and he got up and he ran to the door. Like, me and my mom were just sitting there and like my dad gets up and he runs to the door and he opens it and he looks outside real quick and me and my mom are just so confused. Like, we don't know what's happening really. And I'm just like, me being like 11, 12-year-old I am, I'm just like playing my DS and I'm like, okay. And my mom was just like, what's wrong? Like, did you see something? And my dad was like, I swore I saw a lady looking in our house. So we had 2 dogs at the time. So my dad like put all his faith in these dogs. My dogs, they were like this big, right? My dogs are small. So my dad took the dogs outside. He went into the backyard and then, because my dogs were like very alert at the time, but like my dad was just really confused as to why they didn't bark. Because like literally if they heard the slightest noise, they would go crazy. My Yorkie would freaking freak out. He was just like, he was so protective. And so my dad took him and my other dog outside and like they kind of like patrolled the yards, like not the neighborhood but the yards, right? And we were just kind of like waiting for my dad to come back because he was outside and it didn't make sense because he ran outside as soon as he saw the lady and then he was like, she either ran away really fast or she had like a getaway car that we didn't hear or something. But my dad was just so confused. That's why my dogs didn't bark. And my mom went to her purse and she got out her taser because she like recently invested in one or something. It's just like for like reasons like this, obviously. So she got her taser out and she was just like, she just had me and she was like, okay, just like go in your room. It's gonna like I'll let you know if anything happens. And I was just like, no. So I was just kind of like with my mom. My mom didn't really care. She knew that like nothing drastic was gonna happen. And then here's the weird part. So we have like 2 neighbors that live right behind us. And one of them saw our dad looking outside in our yard and he was like, is everything okay? And my dad was like, no, we just saw like there was a lady at our house that just recently was like, I assume trying to break in. And our neighbor was like, really? Because my wife's purse just got stolen. Which didn't really, like, it kind of like clicked together, like added up. So my dad was like, are you serious? Like, really? So my dad went to like my neighbor's house and they were talking, and my neighbor said, yeah, they left their garage door open because they went inside or something. Like, they were hanging out in their garage and they left it open, and then they went inside real quick to go like use the restroom or something, and his wife came out and her purse was gone. My dad swore the lady had like sunglasses on and like short hair, short blonde hair, and like she was real short or something. My dad just like, that's like the details he knew about her. So me and my mom were in the house still, and my mom decided to call the police. My mom filed like a police report saying there was like a lady that was trying to break in. And my mom's always on like Facebook because she's the, you know, middle-aged mom she is. She was on Facebook and she saw a post on timelines, but like one of her friends' profiles or something, and it said, everyone, the town I live in is Lipstick. It's like a really small town. We live in like a village, so we know kind of everyone around here, and like there are some like sketchy people, I guess you could say. I don't know. But there have been like incidents where people have gotten like broken into, or like there's some people that come around like that pass through the town and then like they're real sketchy. I don't know. But my mom saw on this account, on her friend's account, that she said everyone in the West Lipstick area, which is where I live, she said everyone in the West Lipstick area stay safe and be careful because someone's house just recently got broken into. And we were like, that's crazy, because our house, like, we literally just saw a lady. Like, my dad assumed to see a lady that was like at our door. More things were like clicking together. Like, my neighbor's purse got stolen. My dad saw this lady, and like this person on Facebook was like commenting about the area I live in getting broken into, a house getting broken into around here. So we were like, okay, that's weird. Like, we should definitely call the police. So my mom called the police. I'm pretty sure she called the police. I don't remember too much, but I remember like everything else. I just don't remember if anyone called the police. I'm pretty sure someone called the police, all right? Like, I'm 98.9% sure that someone called the police. All right? Well, there's those details. And then my friend, who lives just down the street from us. She lives by, like, a park. And at the time, we were really close. Like, our families were really close. And her dad, like, commented on, like, the Facebook post or something. I don't remember. But I remember my dad and her dad were talking. And her dad was like, yeah, I saw a lady at my house. She was at my front door, and she had like sunglasses on, she had blonde hair, and she was short. And she matched the description of what my dad was saying. So my dad was like, okay, he's not going crazy. My dad knew what he was talking about. He definitely saw a lady. So there was definitely someone that was outside of our house, which is kind of freaky, in my opinion. I mean, if you like people being at your house that late at night, being all weird, kudos to you. I personally don't like that. That's weird. But yeah, my friend texted us and she was like, oh, okay, my friend texted us because my mom put on Facebook something about like, be careful, people are getting broken into, like another warning from the lady that she had already saw on Facebook. And my friend like called us and she was like, is everything okay? Because we're having like incidents down here too. Like, she lived down the street, so she still lived in West Lipstick with us. But her dad and my dad were like, they had seen the same lady, it had the same description. It just like all kind of made sense, you know? So like, pretty much it. But like, still considering the fact that like, one, my dad saw this lady and my dad was super confused as to why my dogs didn't bark, because they bark at the most sensitive noises, guys. I'm not even kidding. It's weird. But so there was that. My dad saw a lady. Oh, also my uncle has dogs that are like outside all the time. They're in like this cage, and they bark at anything that goes by through the alley, and they weren't barking, which is another weird thing. Like, our dogs around this neighborhood bark like crazy. They bark at like the slightest things. So that was just a weird thought, like that none of the dogs barked. So there was that, the dogs barking, they didn't bark. My dad saw this lady. Our neighbors got broken into as well. Like, their purse got stolen. The lady on Facebook said, be careful, my friend just got broken into. And then my other friend down the street said that like her dad saw the same lady as my dad, which just kind of like all clicked together, and it put like okay, definitely there's someone out there. Like, this is all happening. It all happened around like 11 at night. It was all relatively around the same time, so like it just kind of made sense that there were people going out and breaking into people's houses and like looking for, I don't know, the satisfactory of stealing. I don't know. But that was the time I almost got broken into. Like, my house almost got broken into, you know? So that was that. And luckily no one broke into our house. Luckily we were all awake. Ever since then, I've been super aware, and I just like lock, like literally I have like bad night anxiety that I have to lock. I make sure all the doors are locked, and my mom will hear me locking the doors, and she's like, that's just Roman locking the doors. Like, cause I always have to double check to make sure they're locked, cause I just have like a fear of someone breaking in. Because I sleep, like my room is downstairs, and my mom, my dad, and my sister, their rooms are upstairs. So I'm like in the downstairs portion of the house, and it's just me. So if someone were to break in, I would have to run upstairs like by myself. And that's just like, ugh, I don't like the thought of that. Because I mean, it's like not that far of a trip upstairs. Like literally, you see that window, you turn right. You see that window, you turn left, and then you go upstairs, and that's it. Like the stairs right there, but it's still so scary. It's just, ugh, it gives me chills. I don't like it. But yeah, like literally, it was whack. So that was a time my house almost got broken into, which is kind of an interesting story. Yeah, I hope to do more story times like this in the future if I ever remember or have any juicy details to throw out on the internet. But yeah, so that was the time I almost got broken into. That's pretty crazy. This all went on for like 2 hours too, so that was whack. But yeah, definitely let me know down in the comments if you guys like what kind of videos you guys want to see from me. More like story times or like DIY. I don't freaking know, like cooking videos. I don't know, whatever you want, and like just comment, and I'll try and post that. Yeah, so I hope you guys definitely enjoyed this video. I hope you stuck around to the end because it was kind of a crazy video. I don't know how many people I told this story actually. Maybe like a few, but I don't know if I ever really talked about it. It just kind of like faded out of my brain. I don't know. Yeah, but definitely comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. So, bye.